Are you curious how your 401k balance stacks up by age? I made a video like this earlier in the year, but with fresh data, it's time for an update. This time, we're looking at numbers from Vanguard instead of Fidelity. And according to Vanguard, the average balance for 401k and other defined contribution plans is $148,153. Later in this video, we're going to break down these numbers even further, looking at both the average and the median balances by age group to give you a clearer picture. Now, averages can give a general sense of 401k balances, but they're often influenced by outliers, accounts that are unusually high or low, which can make the numbers look higher than what most people actually have. That's why the median is usually a better way to understand what a typical saver has accumulated. Looking at Vanguard's data, the median balances are significantly lower than the averages, showing that while some people have very large accounts, many are still working to build their retirement savings. Let's also take a moment and look at the 2025 401k contribution limits. This year, you can put in up to $23,500 of your own money. If your company gives a match or adds extra, the total combined amount can go all the way up to $70,000. For anyone age 50 or older, you can get to add an extra $7,500, which means you could save up to $31,000 yourself. And starting this year also, if you're between ages 60 and 63, you can put in even more with a special catch-up of $11,250 thanks to the Secure Act 2.0. On average, people contribute about 12% of their pay to 401ks, which includes employer matches, while the median contribution is around 11.5%. Employer matches can make a big difference. The average match is 4.6%, with most plans using single-tier formulas, like matching 50 cents for every dollar contributed on the first 6% of pay. To grow your account faster, aim to at least hit your full employer match and review your plan regularly, increasing contributions over time whenever possible. Hi, I'm Greg Hardy, and welcome back to the channel, and I really appreciate you being here. We cover all things personal finance, investing, and building a secure financial future. If you're serious about taking control of your money, learning something new every week, make sure to subscribe to the channel and like this video. It really helps this channel out and gets this information to more people who need it. Thank you. Under 25, average 401k balance, $6,899. Median 401k balance, $1,948. Now that might not sound like much, but remember, most people in this group are just starting their careers and only recently began saving for retirement. Even at this stage, it's smart to get in the habit of contributing to your workplace plan. If your employer offers a match, that's basically free money that you don't want to leave on the table. Building this habit early makes a huge difference over time thanks to compound growth. It's also worth pointing out that these numbers only reflect 401k balances. Many younger investors may also be putting money into Roth IRAs, traditional IRAs, or even taxable brokerage accounts, which can boost their total retirement savings beyond what we see here. Age 25 to 34, average 401k balance, $42,640. Median 401k balance, $16,255. By the time people reach their late 20s and early 30s, retirement savings usually start to grow at a faster pace. With more years in the workforce, contributions are adding up, and the power of compounding begins to take effect. Many in this age group are also earning more than they did in their early career, which often means that they can set aside a larger portion of their income. It's also common at this stage to have more than one 401k account. Job changes are frequent in this age range, and unless old accounts are rolled over or combined, it's easy to end up with multiple plans spread across different employers. While that's not necessarily a bad thing, keeping track of several accounts can be tricky and may make it harder to manage investments as a whole. This is also a great time to start building strong financial habits, like consistently contributing, taking advantage of employer matches, and considering whether consolidating accounts might make it easier to manage everything all in one place. Small, steady steps now can set the foundation for much larger balances later. Age 35 to 44, average 401k balance, $103,552. Median 401k balance, $39,958. By the time workers reach their late 30s and early 40s, retirement accounts often see a big leap forward. This is the stage of life where careers are usually more established, salaries are higher, and many people are able to contribute consistently to their 401ks. It's also a point where compound growth has had over a decade, sometimes nearly two, to start really showing results. which helps balances grow faster than they did in the early years. This age range often lines up with peak earning years, especially for women who on average hit their highest salaries around age 44. Men typically reach their peak later around age 55, but the late 30s and early 40s are still prime time to be building wealth. The combination of higher income, more experience, and often more generous employer contributions can create a strong boost in retirement savings. And speaking from experience, this period of life also tends to come with new financial pressures like mortgages, raising children, or other big expenses. Balancing these responsibilities while still prioritizing retirement can be a challenge, but staying consistent here is critical. The habits and contributions made in this decade can make a huge difference in how comfortable retirement will look down the road. Age 45 to 54, average 401k balance $188,643. Median 401k balance $67,796. For people in their late 40s and early 50s, retirement often starts to feel much more real. Many in this group have been contributing for decades, so balances are growing, but it's also common to feel pressure if savings aren't where they'd like them to be. Expenses like paying for college, supporting aging parents, or managing a mortgage can compete with retirement contributions, making it harder to stay on track. The good news is that this is the stage where the IRS allows for catch-up contributions. As I mentioned earlier in this video, starting at age 50, workers can put in extra money on top of the regular 401k limit, $7,500 more in 2025, and beginning at age 60, that catch-up jumps to even higher amounts at $11,250. For anyone who feels like they're behind, these provisions can provide a valuable chance to boost savings quickly, especially during your higher earning years. Consistency is key here. Even if it feels tough to juggle competing financial goals, continuing to invest and increasing contributions whenever possible can make a major difference before retirement arrives. Every extra dollar saved in this decade will work harder thanks to compound growth as the retirement countdown gets closer. Age 55 to 64, average 401k balance $271,320. Median 401k balance $95,642. By the time people reach their late 50s and early 60s, retirement savings have usually grown to their highest levels. Many workers in this age range are in their final stretch of earning years, and some are still taking advantage of catch-up contributions to push their balances even higher. But at the same time, growth often slows compared to earlier decades since there's less time for compounding and more people begin to shift into wealth preservation mode rather than aggressive growth. This is also the age where some individuals start drawing on their retirement accounts. Whether it's an early retirement, a career change, or unexpected expenses, withdrawals can cause balances to level off or even decline some. That's why planning ahead for how and when to tap into savings becomes just as important as building the balance itself. For those still working, this stage is the final opportunity to maximize your contributions, refine any investment strategies, and pay close attention to things like taxes and required minimum distributions that will come later. Every decision in this decade plays a big role in determining how financially comfortable retirement years will be. Age 65 and older, average 401k balance $299,442. Median 401k balance $95,425. For those 65 and older, retirement accounts often reach their peak before starting to level off. At this stage, many people begin drawing from their 401ks to cover living expenses, which naturally slows or reduces balances over time. Others may shift more of their investments into cash or lower risk options, prioritizing stability and income over growth. This is also the point where careful planning really pays off. Decisions about when to claim Social Security, how to structure withdrawals, and how to manage taxes can have a huge impact on how long your savings last. Some retirees rely heavily on their 401ks, while others use it alongside pensions, IRAs, or brokerage accounts to create a more balanced income stream. The focus here isn't just on building the balance anymore, it's on making those savings last, protecting what's been built, avoiding unnecessary fees or taxes, and ensuring withdrawals line up with a sustainable retirement plan are all key to enjoying these later years with financial peace of mind. While the IRS does set annual contribution limits, those numbers don't tell you how much you should be putting into your 401k. Maxing out isn't always realistic for everyone, and in some cases it may even be more than what you truly need. The right contribution amount depends on your personal retirement goals and the lifestyle that you want to maintain later on in life. A good starting point is to estimate your future needs. Many experts suggest planning to replace about 80% of your pre-retirement income, though the exact numbers varies depending on where you plan to retire, how much income you'll actually want to replace, and how much you expect to draw from Social Security. Creating your own estimate or working with a financial planner can help you set a clear target so you know whether your current contributions are going to be enough. From there, rules of thumb can help guide your savings. At the very least, it's smart to contribute enough to get your full employer match, since that's essentially free money. Beyond that, many financial professionals recommend aiming for about 10 to 15% of your income during your working years, but it doesn't have to happen all at once. You can start smaller and increase your contributions gradually, even 1 or 2% each year until you reach your goal. Small steps like that can add up to big results over time. Looking at all these numbers can feel overwhelming, but the key takeaway isn't whether you match the averages or medians. It's about understanding where you are in your own savings journey and taking intentional steps to improve on it. Every stage of life brings different challenges and opportunities, and even small, consistent contributions now can make a big difference down the road. Something that I want you to remember is that retirement savings is a marathon, not a sprint. And building good habits early pays off more than trying to catch up all at once. It's also important to remember that 401k is just one piece of your overall financial picture. Combining it with other retirement accounts, investments, and smart financial decisions outside of work can give you more flexibility and security. Being proactive, reviewing your plan regularly, and adjusting contributions as your income and goals evolve is going to help ensure that your money is working as hard as it can be for you. And finally, guys, don't let the numbers discourage you. Whether your balance feels low or you're well ahead, the goal is progress, not perfection. Staying consistent, taking advantage of employer matches, and using tools like catch-up contributions, if you're eligible, can dramatically improve your retirement outlook. Ultimately, it's about creating a plan that fits your life and giving yourself the best chance for financial peace of mind in the years to come. Now, I ask that if you found this video eye-opening, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with someone who you think needs to hear it. And if you want more practical, no-nonsense advice on building wealth and securing your financial future, then check out this video here. And also, please make sure to subscribe. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.